What is up, YouTube? My name is Joel from Easy Engineering and welcome back to another video. So I was actually speaking to my editor, Alex. Shout out to Alex, key to Insanity, man. This guy's music is top notch. Honestly, I can learn a lot from him, to be honest. His sounds are incredible. His grooves are incredible. So if you haven't checked out his stuff, man, I recommend you stop this video right now and go to check out his SoundCloud instead.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
But anyway, we were actually just chatting and I sent him a little clip of the song that I've been working on, and he suggested that I do a video just talking about how I made this little Twilight type kind of FM lead. So here we go. It's another FM lead tutorial. Anyway, yeah, so let's get started with it. I mean, it's a pretty much basic, you know, I've even called it shitty FM, which is fucking hilarious. But yeah, I figured let's talk about it. I mean, this is a cool thing about FM synthesis is that there's so many varieties to it. There's so many ways to approach it. And believe it or not, this isn't even frequency modulation. It's made in Ableton's analog, which is awesome. I mean, here's the sound. Let me actually just take the sound without any of the effects. Supposed to take that off, do you? Cool. Yeah. So let's begin, and I'll explain to you what I've done in analog to achieve this. These are some of the teachings of Amras. I mean, I've mentioned him before in a previous video. Honestly, go check his stuff out too. Probably one of my favorite high-tech artists to date. Really, man. Like his grooves are incredible. His sound design are incredible, and an amazing mentor as well. So big up to Amras. Thank you very much for the teachings. But yeah, basically what you do is you open up analog and you actually create an LFO working at a very fast rate on saw wave, square wave, whatever you want to. Could be a sine wave, maybe. But yeah, generally a saw wave, square wave. So square saw wave, you either have it as a high pass, low pass, band pass, whichever one kind of. Whichever one suits the sound that you're going for. And obviously I've spoken about this in my previous video of the snares where, you know, all your sounds need to fit the tonality and the vibe of the track. So initially, I think I had it as a low pass and I changed it to a high pass filter, boosted the resonance a little bit, and obviously I'm just kind of modulating or automating the frequency control, the cutoff frequency. The amp envelope is pretty much standard, very little release, if any, nothing really done to it, to be honest. And what you do is you obviously add your filter and then you add your LFO, and your LFO needs to be going to your oscillator 1. As you can see, it's only by 0.11, so it's not even that much. I mean, the more you have it. And this is, I think, the key part of creating the sound in analog is the subtleties of how much or the amount that you apply the LFO to, you know, how much LFO you're applying. I mean, you could even go in and kind of modulate that yourself and, you know, get groovy textures and whatever and just kind of mess about with it and see what kind of patterns form and what kind of textures you can create through this. And then obviously, depending on, you know, you can choose sine, triangle, and then... Very interesting. It's very subtle as you can. Let me give you an extreme. I like that. And then, yeah, just play around with it, you know, and obviously try and find a setting that works with you and works within the track. I mean, let's kind of give it a little bit of context over here. There you go, you see? And that's pretty much it, really. And then I've added a little bit of vibrato and a little bit of unison just to kind of thicken the sound and give a little bit more depth to the sound. You see already over there, it kind of just adds a little bit of grittiness, a little bit more bite to it. And then obviously your standard arpeggiator. Right. pretty standard, very, you know, I think I've spoken about this before in previous FM videos. And then a little bit of mixing and some effects over there. Again, over there, just kind of. And I think I've added a beat repeat, but I've not added it to the sound. I think I've gone in and added it over here. You see over there, that's where I have it active. But for this sound, I've not got it active. And I've just got a deep blue glitch. Just to add a little bit more movement to it, and then I can go in and add my isotope stutter edit. Stutter edit? Yeah, stutter edit. Just to get a little bit more variety to the sound, a little bit more emphasis on certain points within the sound, you know, just to create different movements, you know, rhythms, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I love stutter edit. I think I overuse it, to be honest, but let me just go in and give you an example. Yeah, and then within doing that, you can obviously now record it down to audio and then find the bits that you like, you know, get rid of the bits that sound like crap, and then obviously just kind of intricately build up a nice little groove pattern going surrounding your other sounds and what you know, whatever kind of fits and what doesn't. So as you can see over here, I've recorded it down to audio. I think so the one was without stutter edit, then there's a few sounds with stutter edit, and I've kind of just placed them in certain positions that work well with the track. So let's move it over up to here. Yeah, wicked. Very groovy, very groovy. I really enjoy it. I really dig it. I think I should mention that this was kind of the last sound that I added to this part of the section. So I kind of started off with the sounds that I already had in the previous section of the track, and then kind of, you know, it's all about arrangement and then, you know, progressing the song and adding new elements, taking out some elements and just placing your elements in key places. You know, it's like a puzzle, but it's an evolving puzzle, and it continually changes, and you just kind of need to create these certain loops that, you know, because it's trance music and it's loop-based kind of arrangement, and then, you know, just kind of work around the arrangement, work around the track, add these elements, take out the elements and such. So I guess, you know, as well as being an FM tutorial, there's a little bit of a arrangement to, you know, thrown in there just to kind of give you a little bit more context of how you can place these sounds, because for me, arrangement it's still to this day very difficult to really grasp, because especially with high-tech music and experimental music, there's constantly changing stuff, and you don't want to have a too repetitive like techno, because it's too fast and it gets too boring, and you want to hear a little bit more variation, and you want to have a little bit more excitement to the track. But with that being said, honestly, this is it. Shitty FM synth. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to leave it a link for you to download the sound, have a play around with it, and then obviously try and make your own stuff. But yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below if you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, and what you would like to see more of within these videos. And if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and, you know, just that little bell button on the side just to get a notification of when I release another video. But till then, see you guys in the next one.